Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss for all entries. So if you already know this topic, this will be a refreshing session for you. And if you are actually learning or if you're preparing for some interviews, this is going to be a very good session for you. So please watch till this video till the end if you want to understand everything in detail about this for all entries. So without wasting time, let us begin. I will show you a table. Okay, we need two tables for this actually. I will select SPFLI as my first table. Okay, and you find here char ID, con ID as the primary key fields, and also client. We are not going to check this client field now. Okay, char ID, con ID are the two important key fields in this case. And what you see here is, here you have 26 entries totally. If you don't give anything in the selection criteria, you will find 26 entries. But what I'll do is, I'll try to provide the country from as US and then try to execute this table. You will find 9 entries here. Okay, you will find 9 entries from where the country from is US. Alright. And now what I'll do is, I'll try to replicate this in the code format, how I can select those entries. So I'll write select star, because I'm selecting all the fields here also. You can see there are all the columns I'm selecting. Okay, so if you're selecting that, if you want to select something like that, you have to use star from which table, from SPFLI into what. Before that, I'll write the where condition, where what is the condition, country from, okay, equal to US, which I have provided it here. I have provided that country from here. And then I'll provide into which table, into table @data IT underscore SPFLI. Okay, so if you haven't watched my video on select statement, I would request you that you go back, watch that actually, because there I have explained about the inline declaration. This is called inline declaration, where you declare the table at the runtime, okay, using the escape operator and also using the data keyword. Okay, so let me now try to print out the output, CL demo output, display, and I will provide the IT underscore SPFLI table. Okay, so let us activate this, and once you activate this, you will find all the 9 entries, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so these are the entries which actually I showed you in this table. Okay, the number of entries are 9. Okay, the same records I'm pulling out inside of my program. Okay, now this is about the first table, where you have two key fields. Okay, you have two key fields here, which are the char ID and con ID. Now I'll go to my second table. This is the interesting part in this whole concept. Okay, where the second table comes into the picture, it becomes interesting. Here you can see 3 key fields, char ID, con ID, FL date. Okay, so you have a criteria to join the two tables now, because in this SPFLI table there are 2 key fields like char ID, con ID, and here in the SFLI table you have 3 key fields. So 2 of the key fields are matching with the SPFLI table. So I am going to connect these two SPFLI and SFLI tables based on this char ID and con ID, because that is the condition, that is the intersection point between the two tables. Alright, so I am going to make use of these two key fields. Now I'll just show you in the table level as to how I can achieve this. Okay, the same thing I'll be trying to do in the coding format. Okay, so I'll try to fetch all these values from here. This is an easy way in which you can actually check if the entries are matching. Okay, so char ID, I will select, I will paste everything here. Okay, sorry, I think it's not get copied. You have to copy it from this table. Okay, which is the table SPFLI, copy it here and then paste it here. Okay, in my second table as flight with char ID, because that is the char ID in this. So con ID also I have. So if you have only one key field, you can do with one key field, but here I have 2 key fields actually which are matching with my first table, so I am providing that also here. So if you execute this, you will find 122 entries, okay, in my SFLI table based on SPFLI char ID, con ID. So I'll try to replicate that in my code format. I'll select maybe char ID, con ID, FL date this time, because these are the key fields in my second table. I'm trying to select them. Okay, from which table? S flight. And what is the condition? What is the intersection point? Okay, before that we have to write the for all entries keyword. So this is an important keyword here. So I'm saying for all entries in @IT_SPFLI. Okay, you have to use this escape operator here. So I'm saying for all entries in the IT underscore SPFLI table, restrict my SFLI table. Okay, I'm trying to restrict my SFLI table based on all the entries from IT underscore SPFLI table. Okay, that is in general English, if you try to convert that, that is what it means. It is easily readable also, right? So that is basically what it is. And then we have to provide the intersection points. So I have my char ID equal to what? @IT underscore SPFLI char ID. I'm trying to connect with IT underscore SPFLI's char ID. Okay, that is what we have just seen here, right? That is what I did here. This char ID belongs to actually what? Char ID of SPFLI. Okay, so and the same thing, if you try to convert that into code format, it is actually easily readable. Okay, in a very readable format, this I'm writing this. And what? And con ID equal to @IT underscore SPFLI con ID. And then what? Into which table? Into table @data IT underscore SFlight maybe. Okay. And now I'll try to print int underscore SFlight. Activate. Execute. So you'll get all these entries which actually I have shown you from this table. Okay, 122 entries. So I'll also show you one the way in which actually you can print out the number of lines from this IT underscore SFlight. So that will be using, I'll say data lines maybe. Okay, and the keyword is lines. Okay, lines is the keyword, and I'll say which is the table I want to, you know, find the number of records. So this will actually return me the number of records of IT underscore SFlight into lines. Okay, so actually I can do it like this here. If you go to this CL demo outputs display method, you will find that there are two parameters actually. In the name parameter, I'll provide I'll convert that to string. The lines value I'll convert to string, and this will be for the data part. Okay, data will be this. So this will be basically, you can find it from the display method. Okay, and I'll activate this. So basically I want to return the number of, so you can see 122 is the number of lines. Okay, I'll show in debug mode also. So let us discuss about in the debug mode what is happening here. So IT underscore SPFLI has 9 entries, as we saw in the database level. IT underscore SPFLI has 9 entries. So based on these 9 entries, okay, based on these 9 entries, I'm trying to fetch from SFlight into IT underscore SFlight based on the key fields. F5. So in SFlight, what do you have? 122 entries. You can see that here. Now what does this lines, now for now it is 0. Once I execute line number 18, you can see 122 is coming up. The number of records in this table, IT underscore SFlight, you can see it here. So that is how we are actually populating this. Now let me try to provide this in small case. Let me see what is the output now. Because country from is actually stored in uppercase in the table, you will find that IT underscore SPFLI is blank. Okay, IT underscore SPFLI now becomes blank. And if I execute this statement, line number 12, you will observe a very interesting thing. So in IT underscore SFlight, I'll find 354 entries without any entry in this table. Earlier we were seeing that with 9 entries from this table, we just saw 122 entries, right? Now with 0 entries, I'm getting more records. How is that possible? This is a very important thing about this for all entries keyword. The most important thing is that you have to make sure that this table is not empty. This IT underscore SPFLI, the first table should not be empty. If it is empty, what is happening here is that this statement, line number 12, it will fetch you all the records. Okay, all the records regardless of the where condition or whatever, it will fetch all the records from this SFlight table. Okay, so let us see how many entries are there in SFlight table. Okay, without any criteria, without any condition. Okay, here you will find only 200 because I'm limiting it. So you will find 354 entries, which is ideally what we saw in this table SFlight. 354 entries, because it is fetching all the records from this IT underscore SFlight from the SFlight database table into IT underscore SFlight. Okay, so this is a very common mistake people might do. For that, what is suggestible or what is considered the best practices, you have to check if IT underscore SPFLI is not initial. Okay, we have to check if this table is not initial. Only then proceed with this for all entries statement. Otherwise, you just came to know, right? You will find lots of data, unwanted data, which you will find from the, we can anyways get all the records by using select star from SFlight, right? So those many records you're getting if you are not actually providing this statement. This is a very important interview question also. So they'll ask what if the first table is empty, what will happen to the fetch data selection from in the second table. So you can say all the records of the database table from the second table will be fetched and put it inside the internal table, the second internal table, which is not the ideal behavior, which is not supposed to happen at all. Okay, so that is why we have to provide this very important check. All right, so this is one important thing you have to actually note down. And here, if I want to convert this to uppercase, I can do it like this. To upper is the keyword, okay, and then I can provide it like this. So in this case, whenever you find this data, the value in lowercase or any other case, you will actually convert it to uppercase. Suppose this would be very useful when you have something like country from type SPFLI country from, okay, value. Suppose you are getting something, this might be an importing parameter for you. Okay, consider that this might be an importing parameter inside your class method or something. Then you can actually convert that to uppercase using like this, and then I'll provide country from. Okay, so this is how basically you can actually try to use this keyword. Got the point? Let me check the syntax. Activate, and then if I execute, I'll just try to show you how it works. F5 IT underscore SFlight. Now you can see all the, now it is in a small case, but it got converted to uppercase with this statement. And now it will check if IT underscore SPFLI is not initial. It's not initial because it has 9 records. Now it goes inside this and then what? It will actually fetch you the required number of records which you want. Okay. So this is when you have the important things. Now till now what we have learned is we have to provide the important where condition, for all entry statement, and also check if the first table is not empty. Okay, now let us see an interesting point here. I am going to drop this field from this. I just dropped one key field, one particular key field from my second table. Let me see what will be the output now. Not initial, and you see, now you see you just have IT underscore SFlight has only 9 records. Okay, this is happening because you just the complete key is matching with the first table. Okay, the first table, so this will actually fetch based on that. Okay, so if you include your more key fields, all the key fields, the data records is like more. Okay, if you drop the key fields, any of the key fields, you will find data is getting lost. Okay, because it is matching with the whole structure here. Okay, so these 2 key fields, if you provide only the 2 key fields, you will find this kind of behavior. Now let me drop one more. It is like it is basically doing a delete adjacent duplicates, comparing these fields, whichever I am trying to provide in the selection list. It is trying to do something like a delete adjacent here. So you see, now I have IT underscore SPFLI 9 records. In SFlight, I'll still have less number of records. So it is only selecting char ID from this table. Okay. So these are some important things which you have to take care when you are using the for all entry statement, because you have to provide the where condition properly. You have to provide all the key fields, okay, from the second table, and also you have to make sure the first table is not empty. So these are the ways you can actually get some proper these are the ways in which you can get the ideal records which you want, which you are looking for. Okay, and also you can also cross check it using the table level, from the table level like this, which I've just showed you. And so that's it about this video. I hope you liked this video. And if you have really liked it, please give a thumbs up for this video. And also please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. All right. Thank you. We'll meet you in the next video. Bye.